And I'm super nice too. I'm too nice. Like I be feeling bad when they event be over. I know.
Just text.
It's a problem.
I'm gonna read it.
They do.
Ask.
Exactly. Exactly. Then they be drunk and shit, and it's just a lot. I be like, nah.
Is that the other one? Oh yeah, that's the other. Yeah, so you gotta go to the number. We should be live though.
Okay, bet.
All right. Roll it in. Real nice and smooth.
There you go. All right, cool.
That's deep.
All right. All right. Take two.
Shot.
Mm-hmm.
Funny as hell. Yeah.
Me?
In a good way.
All right. We good? All right. All right. What's good, y'all? You tapping in with the Ox Connect podcast, and we are connecting with the hottest stuff worldwide. We are here tonight with the beautiful Miss Brenea Jordan. I'm so excited to have another lady boss here. You know, every time we hear about rap, new artists, we're usually always thinking about males, and there's not a lot of female artists that's carrying weight in the Los Angeles and Inland Empire area. So it's a big honor to have you here tonight, and we're going to get it in. We're going to get it cracking, so let's go.
Big movie. How did you get into music?
I got into music when I was a kid, and I was recording. I used to write like lyrics in a little notebook, and I wish I had it today so I could see what it says. As a kid, like what the hell you writing about? But yeah, I used to have notebooks of just writing and like singing and shit on cassette tapes, and that shit sounded horrible. And then it just ended up turning into I started DJing, then I started rapping, and then now.
Wait. You said you started DJing?
Yeah, I started DJing when I was like 15. That was like my first. I always been into music. Music just always kind of been my thing. And then I actually went to Carter High School for a year.
What?
In Rialto.
Wait, what year? I'm sorry. I went to Carter. I went to Carter. But what year did you graduate, if you don't mind me
I
asking?
graduated year 2016, but not from Carter. I ended up going back to where
Oh,
I'm at
okay.
now.
But I'm old. That's why I don't know. That's why I don't.
When
Okay.
you graduate, what? So what, 2012 is giving?
11.
It's giving.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, 'cause that's usually the average. Usually it'd be like 2011, 2012. I'd be like, okay.
But you know you're here with some DJs, so I'm curious to know like what made you want to dive into DJing? How was your DJ career, and kind of what made you want to transition from DJing to the artistry and making music?
So funny enough, Carter is actually kind of where I started DJing. Shout out to the homegirl. I remember it was Jasmine Gray. We was new at the school. I have a twin. So we was both new at the school, and they used to bring out like all the equipment and stuff at like the pep rallies. And I was saying something, and she was like, yeah, you know, some of the people even had their own equipment and they DJ. And I was like, oh, for real? And then from there, I kind of started looking into it. It was my 15th birthday. I bought my first little controller, started building up music, started just practicing and just getting my feet wet. And then from there, I just started building my clientele of like, you know, people that I service. And still to this day, I have like a super strong clientele of DJ, you know, clients, but that don't come from Instagram, not whatsoever. It's just from word of mouth, penetrating groups with any type of service, penetrate them groups. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Facts.
So yeah, they keep me, they keep my pockets cool. So for now, but
So can you still currently DJ right now?
if they paying,
Hello.
I'm here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all
Oh
we
God.
need to
Oh yeah, I mean, I was
But
that's
I'm
crazy.
like, yeah, I'm trying to transition out. It's not there.
No.
It's work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that extra little something that's gonna keep you going when you don't want to go no more. And for DJing, that's not me. But the music, that's me.
Usually, I know a lot of artists that DJ. They usually like play their own music when they DJ. So you do that?
Sometimes the new music I have, yes, I have to. People always tell me like, you crazy as hell. You be in front of these people. You don't play your music. I be like, first of all, some of these you might as well, but like at the same time, being a DJ, I can read a crowd very well. So I'm just like, where we at with it? So it's just like, you know, sometimes if it's called for, I'm gonna do it.
That might fuck up your whole little energy for the day. You DJing, it's cracking, then you play your shit, and then it's
Right, and everybody, but they gonna think they gonna do that anyway because they don't know it. So it's like, and that's inevitable because they don't know it. So like they, you know what I'm saying? I know how to read people. That's what makes me a good DJ. You fuck everything else. If any, I could read people. So it's just like that be the new shit I'm playing. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, I gotta make sure I pull up to a gig and see how DJ.
You catch me while you can. Ain't for long.
What made you transition into being an artist? You know, like coming from a DJ, like. What was that breaking point to where it's like, you know what? I'm like, I just want to focus more on being an artist than a DJ.
Recently, like figuring out what I wanted to do in my life for real. And I started businesses. Like I owned a clothing line and just doing a lot of different stuff, and I realized I'm doing everything but what I'm really supposed to be doing, which is music. You feel me? So I had to really just take the time to focus in on that and like perfect my craft and refine my craft, and I'm still doing that to this day. So, but this is what I'm focused on right now, building this overall brand.
Okay.
How long you been making music officially? Not like as a kid, but like really in the studio, really writing your shit, really.
First release song.
The first song I ever released for real. Well, I mean, the first song I released I recorded it at home, but I really did release it like on SoundCloud and shit. I had cover art and everything. I used to do all that type of stuff myself. And yeah, that was back in 2015. But like the more professional videos, I think I shot my very first professional video in 2018.
Yeah, okay. So that's not too far.
Okay.
That's not long ago. What do you feel like your favorite song that you released so far?
So far, out of all of them,
Or give us like a top 3.
That song that when you play it, every time you watch the video, you get them goosebumps up your arms.
I like God's Favorite. That's track number 1 off my new EP.
album,
It's
yeah.
time streaming right
Make sure you
now
go
on all the
stream
digital
that.
platforms. Make sure y'all tap in. But yeah, that's track number 1 off that. And basically, I was intentional about doing that because God is first in my life, so that's number 1. And then number 2, that's my favorite song on the whole thing. So I was like, we gonna make it number 1. And that's the reason why I like it so much. It just kind of tells a story just of who I am, my vision, where I'm going, the stuff that I be thinking about.
I know we dived into some of your music, obviously off camera. And a lot of things there's a lot of things I've noticed, especially about your videos. But one thing that pointed out to me was like your beat selection and like your production is really, 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 really good. So I'm a little curious to know like what's your process of picking these beats and deciding what you gonna sing on and what you gonna really be melodic on and what you gonna really just be on some rap shit. You know what I'm saying? How do you go through your selection and production selection and shit like that?
The feeling the beat give me, and I know it instantly. It's one of those things, like, if it speaks to my soul real quick, like, instantly, when I first hear it, I'm rocking with it, and just starting to come up with melodies, lyrics, like, usually the stronger beats I'm rapping on. If it's, like, got a little melody to it, I'm gonna try to sing it and, see what we can come up with.
I'm like, ooh,
the beats.
I keep saying it, but I'm gonna say it on camera too. Like the 313 freestyle, that's like my shit. I fuck with that one.
Thank you.
All your other shit is fire too, but like that's just my favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad you have it. You know
I
what I'm saying?
got
That's
a couple
it.
faves, or at least a couple bars that I found some faves. I'm like, wait, hold on, let me rewind that real quick.
What's up?
The freestyle that you dropped on your Instagram, I'm not sure exactly if it had like a specific title to it, but you were like, shout out to the songs that didn't make the album, or shout out to the songs that didn't make the EP.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was really rocking with that. I'm like, dang, she's
Why I didn't
spitting.
make the EP? Oh, God.
And something you said, I'm always trying to learn. I'll be damned if I know it all. Your biggest downfall is thinking that you know it all. And that gave me chills because I've literally come into contact with people that feel like they literally know it all.
And you can't tell them shit.
And so what derived that bar? Like, have you experienced something where you like, okay, wait a minute, he just taught me something? Or like, what inspired you to spit that? Because it was some real shit.
Yeah, that's a bar. For sure.
That's hella real. That's a real bar right there.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for listening to the bar.
Yes,
you know what I'm
ma'am.
saying? These days, people don't be listening.
God.
Thank you for listening.
That's all we do around here.
Oh, God.
Some shit for sure.
No, for sure.
No, and I'm here for it. It's to be broken down. No, but that's just some real shit. I feel like we all kind of go through our little whatever, but you bump your head and you like, damn, I did that wrong in that situation. Now this is how I'm moving forward. And your biggest downfall is think that you know it all. You got to be teachable. You got to be coachable. And especially in this game, like, it's so much. Even right now, for me to learn, like, I'm just like, y'all saying sorry for being late. I'm like, I'm watching everything. How all this running down. How y'all putting this together. This pieces. Like, I'm a logistics person. So I'm watching the pieces coming together and I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Even from y'all, I'm learning, and we all like here. So I'm just like, and that's what that means. Just basically be coachable. Don't think you know everything.
Sometimes it takes, because I feel like I used to be like that. I think I know everything, but it really takes something like to where you're like, damn, this motherfucker. All right, God damn it. Once that first feeling hit you where it's like you was wrong, when you really felt like you was right, then it's like, okay, let me step back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that bar, I feel like a lot of people can feel that, but you won't take that in until you are at that point of your life where it's like,
and you need those experiences.
Definitely, they'll help them grow.
Experience is the greatest teacher.
Thanks. They definitely help you grow. Definitely help you grow.
Yeah, motherfuckers better listen, because she's spitting gems for real.
So you do got a big future. song that you just released that I actually fuck with heavy too. I think so far, out of all the new music I listen to, the one you did with Stephen G is fire.
Okay.
Damn, thank you. Appreciate it. And that's Charlie C. DJ Charlie Seco saying that. We appreciate it.
I think we was on live when we was listening to it on Best Odds.
Yep.
What I say? I don't remember. I know sometimes I be talking shit. I hope I said it was good.
I don't know.
Yeah, I fuck with that. How did that collab work? Like, how did you get to that? Like, Stephen G. Did you hit Stephen G up? He hit you up, or like how did run us through the process?
So I was putting this project together, and I knew I needed like something for the summer. I needed something for the ladies for the summer, and I was just kind of brainstorming like, who should I, because I like to sing the hooks, but sometimes you gotta go where the source is good.
Facts.
For the people that know what they doing, you feel me? So I was like, let me go directly to somebody that I know can get the job done, and that's exactly what he did. I reached out, was like, I need this. They was like, we need this, and we got it, and they sent it back, and it was cool. I wrote the verses.
So you just sent it over. It wasn't like y'all linked up and was in the studio together. He just did his verse and sent it.
I thought of who I could hear I sent him a few beats, like a beats that I had selected, and I was like, well, I hope the one he did end up picking was the one I hoped he picked.
That's
so
lit.
I was like, well, I hope it worked out, and then he sent it back. I was just like, I need something for the ladies and something for the summer.
Stephen G don't.
Let your
No,
creative
God.
part,
I feel like Stephen G is definitely slept on in a sense. Right?
Yeah,
I feel like he's not that he slept on, but I feel like he's not appreciated.
I mean, that's still being slept on.
in a sense, yeah.
Right.
But I'm a little curious to ask, where do you get your musical influence from? Just like your sound, how you create, how you articulate, and being a former or current DJ, you know what I'm saying? That's even more deeper because you're diving into so much more music.
Facts.
How do you get how and where do you pull your influences from?
I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like, well, first and foremost, I listen to only R&B. So it's like I'm very heavily like into R&B. Why? Because to me it makes sense. It's a storyline. It tells a story from top to bottom. It like, you know what I'm saying? You can follow the song from the beginning to the end. And that's kind of like what I'm heavily influenced by. So that's why when you listen to a lot of my music, either it's saying something or it's telling the story, because that's really the only way I know how to write. Like, I be wishing that I could just be like, stars in the ceiling roof type shit, but I wish. But I mean, it just don't be working out like that for me. So I just try to stay true to me and to, the people that I listen to. And that's what I be listening to. Storytelling, people having real lyricism, really
So top
rapping.
5 then.
Yeah, I was
Dead
about
or
to ask.
alive?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Okay.
If you need
But
time to
I mean,
think,
if
we
we
can dive
talking,
back in it, but
if we talking rap,
No, we can go
rap,
into- we
I
go
don't know.
R&B.
Okay, top 5, Donnell Jones, Keisha Cole. Who else? Top 5. Because I got a lot of R&B girlies that I rock with right now.
Maybe how
But
about this? I'll make it a little bit easier. Who you would want to feature from?
that list is crazy. Okay, let's see. We got.
I don't want to dive too far into it.
Top 3. I want some really fire R&B tracks. So I would want people like her. Like, I love
Her
like
fire.
her writing ability and the just substance of it all. You know what I'm saying? And then the story behind it all. So I would do her. Who else?
Her is a good
Who else?
choice. Though. I fuck with her. I
And
love
that's
her.
R&B. I feel like that's different.
I like her because she can slide on like different type of
Yeah,
Exactly.
she's very diverse with her sound for
Who
sure.
else? Really, all the R&B girlies. It's too many names, but like Leighton Green, Queen Naija, like everybody, all the R&B girls.
She dope as fuck too.
For real, yeah,
She's
she's
dope.
I'm a fan for real. So yeah.
That's funny because I feel like a lot of people, like in Cali at least, don't even be listening to Leighton Green like that. I think she hard as fuck.
I love Leighton. But I mean, that's like true to like, I'm a R&B listener though. Like,
Yeah.
I listen to R&B, I be checking the girls out because if your music sound good, I like it. I mean, if I can vibe to it.
So I do hear. I'm sorry. I got so many questions. I'm gonna
No,
let
yeah,
y'all do
you
your
good.
shit.
Take
My
it
fault.
away.
I
It's
take
okay.
the last
My
one,
turn.
and then y'all can do your shit. My fault. But I do see you have some rap music. You do rap. You do create. So if you, for a person who only listens to R&B, how do you like decide what sound you want to go with? How do you decide what you're gonna say? How you decide if it's gonna sound good because you don't listen to rap? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. I mean, I just don't heavily listen to rap. Of course, I'm a DJ, so it come on shuffle in the car. I got like all my DJ music is my car music. I have one phone for that. So it all, I listen to rap. It's just like if I can choose, it's R&B. But I mean,
I'm like, yo, rap shit is so fucking hard for a person who don't listen to rap. This shit is hard to me.
Thank you. I mean, who rap wise influences anybody that's like, I hate to say it, but like people like Pac. Why? Because the storytelling, the lyricism of it all. I like anybody that's really like rapping for real, for real. I ain't gonna hold you. Even like the shit we was on, all the YG stuff, I'm listening to for real. Like I'm doubling back to everything that's
I mean,
kind of
YG
old.
hard.
I ain't gonna hold you.
He's like West
I ain't
Coast
gonna hold
staple.
you. I
so,
Yeah,
like,
facts.
For sure.
Yeah.
like,
And then when you really listen to like the whole projects and shit, you like slap.
Yeah, the nigga
slap,
puts out
slap,
really
slap,
good
like, oh, God.
gangster music. Like you feel me?
No,
Current
for
like
real.
West Coast gangster music.
So
like,
do you feel like his last album was good?
I mean, I feel like for all artists I like, once they start dropping albums, I kind of stop liking the albums.
Yeah.
I mean, Thug just dropped it. I wasn't a big fan of that
I
project.
haven't listened to Thug album yet.
You
but
feel me? So,
but I heard
like-
Gunna had a better album than Thug. No, you didn't.
He did, but so like I don't know, like, but I fuck with Thug, and I wasn't really a Gunner
fuck with-
fan at all.
Yeah, I fuck
and
with
his
Thug
music
too.
was, I mean, I listened to how they articulate and the shit they saying, and nigga had a chip on his shoulder, so he was rapping some shit. You feel me?
You know,
But,
definitely,
Right.
definitely.
yeah, the YG last shit, it was decent, I guess. But the bigger artists get, the more commercialized and the more like the sound
That
kind of
part.
changes because the labels and
But you have
yeah, and
to to keep
and that's
growing,
good. I'm not
you know?
tripping or saying that's an issue, but for the most people, a lot of his original fans might not be fans of that.
No, yeah.
They didn't grow with you.
So on the rap topic, because we're girls, girls get a little feisty here. I just was wondering, have you ran into any type of rap beef with anyone?
Question.
Like, has
I
anyone?
I hate to say it, not to cut you off, but I actually love female rap beef because, like, I just know nobody's gonna
That's why I'm
die,
asking
so it's
about
like, or nobody's gonna really get shot, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, this is exciting, like, you know.
Might be a head up, but it ain't
that's
that
the most
far.
important
That
part.
far,
Yeah, we don't
as
gotta
far
worry
as
about nobody
going.
dying.
Okay,
Right.
that's
Niggas be
true.
like, ooh, niggas
Yeah, we don't want that nigga
Where
to
can
die.
it go?
Somebody might die. You know what I'm saying? But,
No, I don't. I haven't run into any rap beef. I'm not saying it. Hopefully, it don't come in the future, but that's not even really in my character. I don't
Yeah.
have that like energy. You know what I'm saying? I try to come in as peaceful and as nice as possible because like I'm new to this. Why I'm gonna come in here with some fucked up ass
Right,
energy?
Right.
And then we all got some fucked up energy for no reason. Like, no, when I could just do me from the jump. Now, if you got an issue after that, honestly, that's on you. Because I know that how I came in the situation.
right.
You know what I mean? So I
Pure
don't
and
really.
genuine.
Exactly. So I don't really. If they got a problem, they got a problem. But it ain't shit. That's what you
And
get
I know you mentioned earlier you got a twin anyway, so it's like you got problems with you. I'm sure they got problems with the twin too. So it's like they want double trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Like a real twin, like a biological
Yeah,
twin.
we got
You
a
mentioned it
twin.
earlier.
Yes.
I heard her say it, but I thought
Yeah.
that's my twin and them. Boom, boom.
Nah, twins.
No, like,
I
we
ain't
were
know she really
born
made out the
together.
womb, twin.
Yeah, like out the
Yeah,
womb.
like-
Yeah.
Wow.
And she more TTG than me. Like we be like, hey, you chill. I be like, look,
Oh, okay, so she gonna turn up. If you got beef, it's more than likely she gonna take the beef.
Yeah, oh God. Even if I ain't got the beef, she like, what did you?
Oh, okay. So why she ain't making music? I know a lot of twins, especially in the like that do music, they like kind of like run the little twin thing. She don't do music at all. Or,
I don't think that's her passion for real. I don't. She's never expressed any interest in it. I mean, she support what
That's
I do,
dope.
so we all like one big, move or whatever. But as far as I know, I don't think she wants to or has any
Okay.
interest in it. She do YouTube though. Shout out to her YouTube, Riding with Juju. Make sure y'all tap in with that.
Period. Riding with Juju.
That's easy.
YouTube channel. Go
I was gonna
ahead.
say, you
Subscribe to
also,
that.
do different type of stuff on YouTube too. I see you got your vlogs going and like, what got you
Yeah.
into that?
I watch a lot of you. I only watch YouTube. There was a point in time where I had stopped watching all TV and it was just all YouTube because to me it was the realer version of TV.
Yeah.
Before YouTube got oversaturated, because now it's like everybody on that. But
Facts.
when it was real and you could cuss on there and stuff, and everybody was just being them making their videos, I was on YouTube tough. And I was like, well, let me start making. So I've been making vlogs for like a long time. That's why they still on my channel. But and that's something I'm gonna still dive into. We all know YouTube is a bag.
right, definitely.
So
For
once
sure,
you
for
once you
sure.
get it going, you feel me? I'm a for sure be diving into YouTube more.
Okay.
So who your favorite YouTuber?
Ooh, as a whole,
I guess you can say that as a whole. Like,
because now I don't even watch YouTube no more.
or in the time when you was watching YouTube.
Or is there to piggyback? Is there a specific style of? It's so much YouTube shit on there.
Yeah,
It's like,
facts.
what is like
Right.
kind of like your YouTube go to?
Okay, so because I do watch just about everything. Like if it's like, it be teaching me about music, I'm into a lot of different stuff.
A lot of
So
people
I watch
You
everything on
sleep
YouTube.
on that.
But I would say like as far as the vloggers, I like people like Glamazante. I don't know if y'all heard of her, but she a YouTuber.
Anything glam, I probably don't know.
Yeah.
Nah.
My favorite YouTuber is Tamaria. I don't know if you guys know.
So many
YouTubers.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Both of the ones that
Sure everybody in this room's top 5 YouTubers, none of us know.
All different
Right,
people.
different. That's the beauty
Exactly.
of YouTube, though.
That's why
Everybody
it's
can
super,
coexist
super
together.
dope.
exactly because
Like,
everybody
Oh,
get the
God.
opportunity.
it's really its
to eat.
own universe, like for real.
Yeah,
for real.
Dead ass.
Before it, until they start. Because they gonna start like that's gonna start
Commercializing.
exactly,
Like
and it's
you
gonna be
said.
less and less you can do on there, and then it's like they kind of took the realness out of it a little bit, but we still collecting back. Wow.
Still getting their money,
No,
motherfuckers. Still
for
good
sure,
content,
sure.
so.
Oh God.
Okay, so I want to know. All right, so I'm listening. We came in listening to some of your older songs, and I was listening to your new EP. Do you feel like your new EP is kind of? Do you feel like it's more centered toward like women empowerment?
For sure, I think people empowerment. If you anybody and you take something out of it, because that's what it is for me right now. Just in general, my music is my life, and the journey that I'm growing as a woman, is what I'm like displaying in my music. So I feel like, hopefully, if anybody listens and catches anything, like I got
listening.
lines in there. Period. Lines in there. It's like I'm learning from every situation. It might teach me grace. It might teach me patience. You know, I like being around people that keep me motivated. I like doing fly shit, and I know they hate it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like anybody that can relate. I feel like my music is maybe for a particular person or a particular audience. If you there, you get it. But I mean, I'm gonna just stay true to me. Like,
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can.
I love that. I respect that. I caught, like I said, I really be listening. I'm a real lyricist person. I don't rap or sing or anything like that, but I definitely feel like I have a keen sense for music, and that's what I was picking up, like on your 10 Bad song. You know, on your God's favorite, like you said, which is your favorite, you were really talking about how you want to lead an example for the young girls. And me having daughters, 2 daughters, that just really touched me. I'm like, a majority of the female rappers, you know, not to sound cliche or anything like that, but
This is facts.
majority of them are rapping about pussy this, money that. It's not respect yourself this, elevate this, strengthen your mind that, work on yourself this. And that's what I got from your music. So I can definitely give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. I love that you're veering into your own lane. And I feel like that can kind of separate you from other females that could just kind of talk about the same secular music.
Facts.
Especially, you know, because you mentioned, like, you know, the music, if you like it, you like it. So you kind of already know what type of audience to kind of like.
Exactly.
feed, you know what I'm saying?
They're
So
like,
there's a lot of
yeah,
artists who just trying to
exactly.
give
Figure it out.
music.
Exactly.
Like, nah,
Yeah.
fuck with the motherfuckers who fuck with you, and then they gonna kind of like you said earlier, spread the
Word,
word.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I think you're doing it very organically. You feel what I'm saying, which is dope.
Do you feel like it's like some uphill battles because you don't always talk about sex? You know, like all the natural.
Man, that's what I'm struggling with right now. I ain't gonna hold you. It's hard because I know that like I'm not the pussy popping. I ain't got no ass to shake. So I can't talk about throwing it back because that ain't what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? In real life, like I could talk about only what I know. And so I don't know. I don't be throwing my ass back because it ain't there. So, you know, I be trying to, but I know that I'm like still young and I don't want to sound like the auntie of the group, but it is what it is. I can only stay true to me. The people that's gonna fuck with it is gonna fuck with it, and if you not, you not, and it is what it is. I mean, there's room for everybody. There's a lane for everybody, and for me personally, this might be another topic, but I'm more so focused on building a brand for myself, opposed to just worried about the music. The music is one thing, but I need everything else around it to like be the puzzle pieces. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like more bags, more opportunities, more just, you know, life.
So in a predominantly male, I guess, career path you chose, industry. Thank you so much. How do you deal with, like, you feel me, like just the niggas being niggas, and you kind of know what that means. You feel me, especially when it comes to.
Surely know what that means.
Yeah, we don't have to say too much, but we know what that means. When niggas being niggas, I'm talking about like the producers, the engineers, even the other rapper or other artists. They don't even have to be rappers, because I'm sure these R&B niggas be on nigga time too. You know what I'm saying? So for a female artist, and you can speak to the younger ones or the people who are also might be in that same situation. How do you kind of deal with that? Because I know y'all go through it. I'll be oblivious to not think it happens because I know it does. You feel me? So like, how do you kind of deal with it? You don't have to tell us no scenarios or anything, but definitely or no names. You could give us scenarios, maybe no names. But like, how do you kind of deal with that, and what do you do to like combat situations like that and shit like that?
Well, first of all, the DMs is a powerful place. You know, people be trying in the DMs, but I mean, I look at it like any other situation. The ones you want to entertain, you entertain. The ones you don't, you don't. Right. And it's just like I try not to put too much into it, but that's what everything, the comments and everything too. Like I can't put too much into that because it will start to my psyche, and I don't know if like that's a good thing or a bad thing because my thing is just kind of avoid it. Like I don't look too long. If I don't go looking for stuff, if like I happen to come across a comment that I want to reply to or a DM that I want to reply to, I will. If I don't, I'm sorry I didn't catch it, but that's for my personal mental health.
No, I feel
that's important. I'm sorry, I can't.
You got a lot of people comment on your shit. You got people. You be like nigga saying some crazy shit where you like, damn.
You have to just learn how to like kind of detach from the internet. You know what I mean?
The minute I post content, nigga, I don't even go looking for the comments.
I like
that shit brings. Unless you're the type of person who kind of likes to like
troll, like
troll and fuck with the troll. I like that. You feel me? So I'm gonna see a post and be like, I'm gonna go through your page. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? But some people aren't. Their skin ain't as thick as mine or other people's. You feel me? So, and I know especially from a female, because I know niggas going through it here and there, but like as a female, God.
For sure.
And we're more insecure anyway, whether we admit it or not.
Women
are insecure as fuck. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Because I mean it's a lot to be insecure about as a woman. Y'all, you know.
Not really, because niggas don't care.
Okay,
but
well I appreciate that. But yeah, because
like,
it's a lot to be
care about. We don't
give a fuck about.
But I get it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know in this industry is probably really tough. Even in the DJ industry, like you're both the industries you chose kind of like
it's hard
are like very tough, especially for a female. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand why. Like,
but let me say something on chose. The DJing I did choose. Now the rapping and the music, I'm gonna say like
chose you.
I know the blue face thing, but it really did. Like I feel like I don't have a choice with that. Like that's something that like that's why for me. Music is not necessarily the easiest thing for me to do. I don't necessarily find it fun all the time. But I know that it's something that I was put here to do and it's put inside of me. So it's like I have to like use that. That's something that I have to do. So it's just like that's probably talk about the uphill battles with music. That's probably one of them for real. Is like feeling like, well, I got a whole degree. I don't have to do this shit. People talking shit. Me being creative and being stressed out and spending all this money all the time. I don't have to do this. But it's like that's why I say like it chose me. I don't all the time like it's not always in me to be like I mean I know it because it's in there, but I be like
this shit's tough. Yeah, it can get discouraging for sure.
It can get discouraging, and going right off of that and what you said earlier, you like, well, I'm not really gonna do too much secular music because that's like not what I'm on. So do you feel like, not having a big ass or whatever, girl, I feel you. I'm shaped like a 12-year-old boy. So do you feel like you need to change? It's okay.
I like that.
Like do a little circle round. So you gotta show the.
She a real one because she gonna do it. I'm not doing that shit. See, I'm not even giving that. Look, period.
It ain't too much over
and
here.
Period, because I'm not even doing all that. I ain't gonna hold you.
You feel like pressure to change your body in order to
I
make
want my ass done right now.
Damn.
Absolutely. For sure.
Kevin Hart.
For sure. Like, but I mean, I've been saying that. This goes way back. I didn't like people walking behind me from high school. My twin will tell you that. I drive her crazy all day long because I be like. She be like, shut the fuck up. They not behind you. Like, you good. And it's just, that's something that's always been there. So I mean, but with everything going on right now, I ain't gonna hold you. I have been like thinking about like just try the gym. We gonna maybe naturally try to get thick and see what happens. We'll see.
I've been in there.
I feel like the natural is more.
Kudos.
I've been in there.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you. You kind of thick. You say you.
She been in that gym though.
I said if that's gym, I might have to go.
She might be in the mindset of what that, but she getting there.
Oh God.
I feel like the more natural shit is like in right now because like you feel me, you got like Glorilla, you feel me, you got Cora LeRae, you feel me, you feel me. So I feel like
I actually think that females right now kind of like are like running the industry.
Right.
No,
You know what I'm saying? I think right now this is like kind of like the almost like the gold rush when everybody came to California back in the day came to get the gold. I feel like for females, like this is like the gold rush, like because now people it's like niggas are driving listening to Gorilla. You feel me? Like I drive and listen to well, I just posted a video. You got a plastic. So that tells you that like it's transitioning into where, especially the females who ain't just rapping about again pussy.
Right.
Fucking getting tricked on. You know what I'm saying? When you really rapping, like that's why I fuck with your 313 freestyle. Because you're really rapping. You feel me? Like so I definitely think it's a lane, not even a lane. I think it's y'all taking over the freeway, the female rap. You feel me? Or it's just artistry, period. You know what I'm saying? So
I was just saying that, like how the BET Awards, I was looking I didn't even watch the awards, but from the clips I saw, I was like all female, like Glorilla, Lotto, everybody, Ice Spice,
Sexy
just
Red.
female, like
Sexy Red, everybody's
just the
natural.
performers, and I was like, damn, so like whole BET Awards is giving females, like this was that year for that.
Love. Yeah,
So do you feel like that you are an artist now? Do you want to stay independent, or do you feel like being a label would be a better situation for you?
So that's something that I've been like thinking about a lot lately, and because I am spiritual, I know that God is having me go through this route for a reason, the long route, as far as like figuring all this out pretty much on my own with the music, figuring out streaming, the marketing, the branding, everything like you would do that the labels would do. I've been having to kind of just figure out for myself, and I know that I'm learning this for a reason, but I for sure want to be signed. This shit is expensive.
No, a lot of people don't understand how expensive it is to be a fucking artist. Like,
Woo. And a female artist at that, it's hair, it's makeup, it's nails, it's like all that shit adds up, and it's different for. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's expensive for everybody, but the men, y'all, you know, get a fresh tee, get some jeans, haircut, y'all straight. I need the damn unit. That's $900. Goddamn it, right? The nails is $150. Like
Yeah, I can only fucking imagine for a female artist how much money they're spending just
for
on a
sure.
regular, even just like just a video shoot, like. You know what I'm saying? Me and Cinco, we could change our shirt and our shoes. We're in a whole different outfit. Like, y'all gotta change your fucking hair, put on a new wig. You damn near might have to have your nail lady here to take off the clip-ons and put on the
the stylist gotta be there. If you do it pop on, pop off, homegirl, I can't do that. That's another person you paying to come do the pop on, pop off. Like,
so I'm sure for music industry is expensive, but for females, god damn, like, I mean, life is already expensive for y'all because y'all gotta do this shit regardless, but damn, an artist?
You like doubling up now.
I mean, you ain't got to, but it's like if you a bad bitch, then you
I'm just saying, but just regularly,
do it
because
then.
like, how much did your nails cost? No, realistically, really, no, seriously.
Jesus press
Okay,
on
no,
my
okay.
toes.
Okay, how much on average? I'm not even trying to make a joke.
Nah, I ain't offended. My toes is like $75.
Okay, so that's
I'm getting jailed.
$75.
Just the
Me,
toes.
Cinco,
Facts.
Yike,
That's
and
just the
Cut don't
toes.
have to pay ever. So that's why I mean, like, just naturally,
or lashes,
you know what I'm saying?
or
Naturally,
hair.
as a female, y'all are paying more money just to live life. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what the point I was getting.
So what do y'all feel like the average female is paying, like, in maintenance of like a month?
Yeah,
hair,
Like, we want the
nails.
breakdown.
average, not even just doing the most,
full
just
breakdown.
regular.
Then we got periods too.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait,
Don't
you
even
talking
take
about
me there.
waxes? That's $60.
Yeah, all that.
Like,
I got wax before I, went on my little trip. That cost was like $120. I'm like, damn, I ain't doing this ever
How that
again.
work out for you?
oh God.
You know what?
I'm just curious, and I don't know how that works, but it was like.
Y'all funny.
She's funny for saying that. Like, but not serious. On a serious note, though. Like,
You gotta be prepared for them trips. 'Cause
you never know what you can. Okay, all right, cool. Real quick, we'll segue back to the music. So, as a female,
Sorry.
if a nigga fly you out,
Oh yeah, that's we can go there.
is that like you got to be prepared for whatever happens if a nigga fly you out, or is it like, he might get lucky, he might not? Just from two females' perspectives.
Maybe even
Two
three.
different females, maybe even three. So, and I'm sure they're gonna be different. So this is gonna be exciting to hear. And then we'll segue back because our followers don't want to just hear about the music shit. They want to hear the natural and the regular shit.
They want to hear
Women.
about us. They want to hear about
I mean-
our life.
I feel like if you getting flued out, you kind of know what you're doing when you getting flued
Yeah.
out. However, it's still up to you at the end of the day. You a woman, but you know what you're doing when you getting flued out. Period.
Darby?
I'm gonna go ahead and agree to an extent.
Okay.
Especially, it's like, okay, I guess we're talking about the mileage of the flu.
Okay.
Okay, you're getting flued out to another country, bitch. You're fucked.
Oh
right?
yeah, like you crazy
It's
as
no
fuck if you're not.
surprises. Okay, let's just get that straight.
That's why I want to see more of your stand up, like because like you're really fucking funny. But go ahead.
Like she said, it is still your decision because
Right, because if a nigga fly you to Vegas, it's like
Nigga, I can drive it. I can drive it.
That's true. I ain't gonna hold you, but I mean, you paying for everything in Vegas?
yeah, I'm flying you out. We at the Hooters Hotel. We doing that one too.
I don't know about
Hotel's crazy.
Is it still there?
I mean, yeah, it's still there.
yeah, just like I feel like she said, you kind of already know what comes with that at your big age, unless you like a young female.
All right, so what if the nigga he fly you to? Let's say Oregon, you know, a little bit further, you know. Oregon? Like I'm just saying, I'm just getting.
True, I just got back from North Carolina, so I guess I get middle of kind of nowhere, kind of, sort of. But you still got flew
a little
out.
bit further, you know, it's a little bit, couple more states. Like how many states?
Or what's
Does
the
a nigga gotta fly you?
mileage?
How many miles does a nigga gotta fly you to make sure the cat is guaranteed?
It's mileage.
It's beyond the mileage.
It is.
It has
Honestly, I feel like we know if we fucking before we even.
I'm pretty sure because if a nigga like already offering to fly you out, you have to know, okay, who is this nigga? Yeah, oh yeah, he's.
I trust them.
Yeah.
And
To
then,
an
like,
extent, to
even
fly
if you
somewhere
never
to
met him
him.
like in real life, even if it's the internet, then you have to be looking like, nah, this nigga's going for sure want to fuck with me. For sure. Like, there's no way he finna trick on me. Like that's not happening.
All right, so
but then
have
there's
you-
some niggas like, watch this.
If you can get away with it, then shit,
You
get
know what
away
I'm
with
saying?
it. You know what I'm saying?
It has to. You have to gauge the nigga too. I'm guessing. You feel me?
Every nigga want to fuck though.
I know that's right.
That's true.
I mean, in a sense, it depends.
If I'm flying you out, even if I'm a
If I'm flying you out, yeah.
If I'm flying you out, oh yes.
Yes. Like you gotta. If I'm flying you out, you gotta low key give up.
But that goes back to what made a segue, because even if we fly them out, the girls still got to pay for their hair to get done.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Are
So
you
it
paying
even
for
it
all
just
that
segues back to the
too?
pod where y'all naturally even still have to spend money.
And I did. I had to park my car at the shuttle when I was gone for 6 days. That was $125. Okay. Had to get nails done here.
So some of this shit is just recouping at this point.
Possibly.
Fuck you mean? One dinner is my parking.
Possibly.
Like, what you talking
Cause
about?
I ain't gonna cap. If a motherfucker hit me like, all right, babe, fly me out, but also pay for my shuttle and my parking, I'm like, yeah, you blew it.
You know what it is though?
You blew
No,
it. You
because
just blew it.
niggas don't be thinking that all that is going into it.
true, 'cause-
You know what I'm saying? They don't think that far.
Until we start
Y'all
potting.
don't think that far. You know what I'm saying? That we gotta. It's all this shit that's getting to you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta need all new carry-on shit. You know what
I
I'm
get you
saying?
all new
So it's just-
carry-on shit. What? A new bag, a new suitcase, a new luggage.
When they trip to Target, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
Target can't even do Walmart. It's over. That motherfucker better be
Do Walmart.
hot and ready as soon as they fucking touch down. You feel me? But anyway, we'll get back to it. It's all Cinco. The live on Instagram might be tripping.
Yeah, it's
Good,
good.
okay.
We about hit the
It's
hour.
good. They can still
So we can get back to the seriousness. I actually had a question. Your life is so interesting, and I was wondering, like, having a college degree.
Right.
You know, I have a college degree, and I feel like
And I do too.
And Darby does too. Kudos to the degree holders.
Wait, what y'all got degree?
Business management.
Okay.
Communications of media.
For sure. I'm an HR manager.
Okay. Hello.
Look, that too. That
But my
too.
question to you, and Darby, you can dive in this as well, for the queens. How is it to navigate this entrepreneur lifestyle, knowing in the back of your fucking head you have a degree where you can go get pretty much guaranteed money?
Yeah.
What kind of like drives you? And you can start it and then you can bring it in. But like kind of what like drives you? Because I mean, we all went to school. We spent maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe more years to get that degree, just to come home to like basically struggle like somebody who never went to college, right? So like I'm just curious to get from your state of your mind state or whatever. How do you kind of navigate and what made you want to do that versus just going to get a regular job and living kind of safe?
Honestly, that's what the whole college thing is. What made me decide to push the music, because college was about to end for me, like real close, and I was like, damn, this is about to be my life. I'm about to be going to work every day, sitting in traffic, to sit at a desk for 8 hours, because that's what I used to want, the 6-figure desk job. So I can sit on my ass and make 6 figures, and eventually I'll get me a cute little Benz and a cute little house, whatever. And I was just like, I thought about it, and I was like, I'm never gonna be happy doing this shit. Like, so when I ask God that all the time, I'd be like, damn, you had me go through 5 years of school to be a rapper?
Real
Like,
I
shit.
literally
for
got
real?
that same thing
You know what I'm
when I
saying?
came home from college. Like, damn, you went to school for 5 years to be a fucking DJ? I literally say
But
that
I
all
mean,
the time.
But look at all the opportunities it brought you.
Right, and you're well rounded. It teaches you like discipline, and because really all school is like people think it's hard. No, it's find a way or finesse one.
Facts.
Is you gonna get the shit done or not? And that's what it is. So I think that's what school really teaches you ultimately. But for me, it's just a mouthpiece. I use it. People want to say something about me rapping. I'm like, look, that degree is at home. Shut the
Really
fuck up.
boss up on them.
So what would be maybe your plan B? If music doesn't work out, you got a degree. What's
Businesses. I'm not.
you ain't working? You ain't.
I'm not no HR
Oh,
manager.
okay. So you kind of like feel like your degree is almost kind of useless. You would say?
I got it just to get it. I
Okay.
think.
What about you, Darby? How about you? I know you you do a lot of internet stuff, skits, and you do a lot of shit, really. And I know you do kind of still use your degree from like teaching and shit like that, but kind of like for you, what made you want to like, you know what? Let me really kind of figure this shit out.
I just feel like I wasn't passionate enough to just stay on the regular 9 to 5 lane. You know, it's right there in front of me, so I'm gonna use it in the meantime until all my entrepreneur shit trumps the substitute teaching. But clearly, I wouldn't be doing all this other stuff if I really just believed so much in substitute teaching. And that's not shade to any teacher, counselor, principal, whatever. You know, my mother is a counselor. She's been in education for 30 years, doing the same thing for 30 years. But everybody has a different walk of life. And at the end of the day, if you get up every day and you go to work and you can't do nothing but think about all the other stuff you want to do while you're at work, that's not your passion. Some people get up and go to work and just be like, la, 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 while they're
And
at
they're
work.
okay
Like,
with
I'm
that.
happy as hell. I'm
They're
at
okay with
work.
that.
I'm at a job. I'll be at that motherfucker like, damn, okay, I got to trade when I get home. Okay, I got to get this photo shoot done. Okay, I got to edit this video when I do it. Like, all my mind is thinking about is all the other shit.
Yep.
That's just a time
That's 8
filler.
hours to think.
It's 8 hours to think and 8 hours to organize all the other stuff that I want to do.
Oh my God.
So when your soul and your mind and your spirit is torn so much, that's a dead giveaway that's not your ending point. That's not your landing point. That's not your destination. You have bigger things or just other things that you want to do. Because to some people, that may be the biggest thing in their life. And that's fine. But if your soul is telling you this isn't where it stops, you need to listen to that. You need to pursue that. So that's how I ended up doing all the stuff that I'm doing.
Well, shout out to you two queens
Pursuing my
for
passion.
having those degrees. Is because again, I have one and it's fucking hard. I mean, to an extent, right? You know,
Yeah, right. Right.
And y'all still kind of like making it happen. So you know, kudos to y'all. And I'm curious to ask Bree. You know, you said you had other businesses, so maybe we could dive into some of those, or at least just give us kind of like what else you do outside this music shit.
Okay. So again, when I was finishing school, literally everything I've done to this point, I realized that it's all been done for music. But basically, school was about to be over. I was like, I'm not really feeling the whole job thing. What can I do to start bringing in some different money for music, so I can pursue music? So I was like, all right, what can I do? So I started a clothing line. It's called Purpose Chasers Apparel.
Okay.
And
You wear that in a video?
I did. That was, make sure branding that. You know what I'm saying? We branding. But I had started the clothing line, and the clothing line was doing well. I was doing pop-up shops. I know I seen Cinco at one of them. I was
It was an
somewhere.
intro, I think, right? It was an
Yeah,
intro.
yep. I was doing pop-ups, selling, and the business was making money. I ain't gonna hold you. The business was making money, but it just got to a point where it was like I couldn't give two things 100%, and that's when I decided for real, that like I gotta do the music. You know what I'm saying? Get the music going because I knew it would be the gateway to everything.
Facts.
So that's how I look at it now. And I already got, I got my next clothing line ready. We got some businesses.
I love
You
that.
know, yeah, we ready. But now I know how to run the business. I think, again, I'm very spiritual. That's why God had me do that. Now I know how to run that business. I got the LLC. Like, I did all of that. Like, the LLC, the bank accounts, the everything, the marketing behind it. I learned the business. I learned how to market and promote it. I did the shoots. Like, I did all of that. So now I know how to do it. So when I'm ready...
Do you feel like you got a strong team that helps with all of those things, or you doing it on your own, or what's your team looking like?
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm really, for real, a one-man team now. My family, like, when I do need help and I'm saying, like, I need you to do this, and that, to record this video for me, they stepping in wherever they can. But as far as, like, coming up with everything, putting everything together, the ideas, the logistics, that's all me.
Damn. Well, kudos to you, because that's
For
a
now,
lot.
it is.
You know, the biggest people usually you hear them talking about how much their team did for them, and this person covered this, and this person covered that. So for you to be the brains behind it all, and they're just kind of like, you know, the light work.
Right.
Hey,
I mean,
shout out to you.
No, for real. Like, I just look at it like there's a reason why I'm going through all
Right.
this.
Everything
Like,
happens for a reason.
it's I don't know what God has in store yet, but it's the reason why I'm learning the way I'm learning, the long way, the scenic route I'm definitely taking. Because I'm seeing a lot of shit. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, right. It's like, because you go through that when you going through anything with clothing lines, with anything, any type of business anything you're pursuing, you're going to go through that. So for me, it's just like, I just try to make sure I remember, and I'm using the tools too that I learned. Like everything, crazy thing about it, me being more consistent as far as my branding and marketing with my music now came from my clothing line. I know how to like stay consistent with the content now and like keep the content going, and I'm targeting my audiences and seeing who's liking what, and we're doing test runs. Like I'm doing all of this because I learned that from the clothing line. So that's why I say
Like
it's
a
all
domino
connected.
effect.
Exactly.
That's crazy that you said that. 'cause
Exactly.
That's the same thing with me with making my DJ mixes. I got that from gaming, like literally making content for gaming. I'm like, oh, okay. But that shit does help you, definitely help you with being consistent. Like, and that's the biggest thing. I feel like a lot of artists don't realize like how important branding is in general. I feel like
I
it's playing a
even
big
fuck
part.
with artists. I think any entrepreneur in any aspect has to
right.
understand consistency and marketing is. I mean, we talk about this shit all the time,
yeah,
and sometimes we not even consistent, right?
Yeah.
But like, consistency is like, because even when people see it, they might not be like, but once they keep seeing the shit over,
And over and over.
Right.
I would say this shit all the time. I
what
say it
they're
so
doing.
much. Like, I be sick of seeing over sometimes. The
Yeah, but
dancer?
but
But I'm
that'd be
like,
everywhere.
but bro be doing his shit. I
And
fuck
then
with
he
bro.
posting like
nonstop.
two, 3 times a day sometimes. Like, bro, be
And then you
posting,
getting better.
like, posting it.
Yeah, and then you get better. You know what I'm saying? Then it becomes easier.
You're right.
Then it becomes like almost muscle memory. And it's like,
Facts.
now I'm doing shit without even thinking about the shit.
And the crazy part is that's a part of the journey too, because like that's something that I mean, like I said, for me, music is not necessarily easy. So it kind of takes me a minute to write because I'm not the quick little. I'm saying something when I'm saying something. So it's just like it does take me, and I get frustrated sometimes. Like I'll be like, oh, I can't finish this, or like, why is it not coming together? And I just be trying to like work on it and get better and get faster because I know there's gonna come a point in time where like they like, hey, we need a 16 real quick, and you gotta be able to like,
Knock it out.
you know what I'm saying, knock it out real quick. So that's what like it's all like preparation
Yeah,
for me and
definitely.
just like preparing yourself basically.
Yeah, and did you say how old you were?
I'm 25.
Yeah, so you still young.
Yeah, you still.
I mean, averagely, I know a lot of artists be making it younger than that, but like 25 is, I feel
That's
like
like
you still
still not
like
bad.
got
Yeah,
room to
you
grow
still-
and
exactly.
mature in this in the
sure.
industry and shit. So yeah, for sure.
So how's your writing process? I heard you say like, you know, obviously you don't just write anything and talk about anything. So like, what is your writing process like? How do you go through it?
First I start with the beat. Once the beat speaks to me, then I'm like, okay, cool, like this gonna work. And it gotta speak to me because then I can't, like, it's hard for me to write if I don't really know what I'm going off of. So I listen to it. I'm like, okay, what vibe is this giving? If I figure out the direction of the song, like where I want to take it, and then basically I just start putting the story pieces together, like from the beginning. Or I'll write, if it's a melody, I'll write the hook first. Usually I always write the hook and then I make the verses fit around the hook.
How long do you feel like that usually takes you?
To write a whole song, I don't know, cause I'll be like,
You said you take
Coming
you said-
back
I was
to
about say,
it.
You said sometimes it takes you a while.
it does sometimes. I mean, sometimes like I'll be in my zone and I come up with a song real quick, 30 minutes, like it's cool, whatever. And then sometimes like I'll get stumped or like I'll start something else and I'll come back to it. So it just depends on what I'm talking about and what it is.
Are you
Usually,
writing in the studio, or are you gonna write before you hit the
a good
studio,
question.
or how does that work? Because I know you said you take sometimes it takes a while. So do you ever be in the studio and you just kind of blew your studio time because you were trying to figure out what to write, or
yeah. So usually I'm prepared when I go to the
Okay.
studio, but that's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because you're prepared. It's a curse because for me, I'm trying to figure out like right now with my artistry, like how to balance the substance and the fun. I'm still young. I want my sound to still be fun. I want to still have fun with music, but I'm trying not to sound so serious all the
Right.
time. So now my next phase is I'm about to start going in the studio and just start freestyling everything. Just see what I come up with. You know what I'm saying? Now I know I can write. I know if I need to sit down with something, I can do it. So we know that that's there. So now it's time for me, like, let's just go in the studio. We just hit the blunt. Let's start.
hello?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's how it starts. You know, a lot of creativity just starts from being in your zone.
Yep.
So you don't have a lot of secular music, but for let's say the record with Stephen G, Is there like a specific little zaddy that motivated those
Zaddy.
lyrics? Or it's
Why you
like,
ask me that?
were you just creative that day? Or, what's tea, sis?
What's T, sis? That's a good one.
Whatever.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, a little bit.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't know. Maybe
All
not.
right.
Maybe not both the verses. Maybe just.
Okay.
Well, whoever you are out there, motherfucker,
You content.
you're creating some art.
You content.
You're helping creating some art out there.
Content.
Hey, one thing I will say, since we speaking on art, or since I said it, your music videos, I fuck with your car selection. I'm into cars, so every video I seen of you in some fly car shit, I'm like, damn. Like, I mean, the whole videos
She
be.
had a whole little
That was
Lambo
my
thing.
birthday. We was up that day. And I was really drunk in that video.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, but the shit was hard, and then your videos be hard as fuck. I mean, I seen one video you in a mansion and shit, nigga running in the bathroom, cheating on you and shit. I'm just like,
That's unreleased. No, I was like, that's sneak
that
peek.
they wouldn't even know. That's it.
That's Ox Connect's.
Yeah, so I didn't tell the name or none of that, but I said that to say, I see everything with your art is like, you on it, you're focused, you making sure the shit is correctly, like, you know what I'm saying? Even like with the music and the music video, it's like,
Making sure it matches. I'm very intentional about that because again I'm a storyteller, so it's just like to me it kind of has to make sense. I know everybody's not like that, but for me in particular, I just
yeah, that's just what I pointed out. So I didn't mean to
well, thank you.
tell a surprise.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you know what I'm saying. That definitely is. That definitely is
super
coming.
dope. I
It's
mean,
coming.
like I said, I fuck with the car selection, so keep doing your shit. Queen.
Yeah, I like cars too, and I mean with videos, I feel like you always need a prop, something. Like so, if I'm a buster in a parking lot like I was in that other video, then I need a car or something. So, but again, the money that goes into all this, like none of that shit be cheap. Like you be like, God damn, but
you gotta
it
pay
is
for
what it is. It's investments.
It is an investment. You're gonna pay for what eventually is gonna come back to you. So that's all.
Look, and we stay talking about that every pod. Invest in yourself. And I feel like your work ethic speaks for itself.
Definitely, 100%.
Like I said, I'll say it again. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. I do want to give you your flowers because this is not an easy industry, let alone being a female in the rap industry. And I just want to congratulate you on your progress and your growth. And this has been an honor, like I said, having you here. I love speaking to other women, let alone black women, that's winning, that's elevating, that's motivating other women, children, young girls, whatever the case may be. I think that's a really big stand that you're taking rather than following what everybody else is doing, creating your own lane. And I'm really glad that we had you here tonight. I want to thank you.
I learned a lot.
Looking forward to some new music.
Yeah,
You feel me?
and I'm also
it's
proud
coming.
as well, for a queen again to go to college. To, you know what I'm saying? To
Hello.
chase your dreams, knowing it's fucking hard as hell and expensive.
Chasing your dreams is harder than going to college. Let me say that.
100%.
And working a 9 to 5, chasing your dreams is harder than working a 9 to 5.
It is, because it may not always pay you.
Exactly.
It may not always make sense.
You're gonna be disappointed
It
a lot.
may be, like you said, disappointment.
High highs and them.
Trying to figure out, all right, like this is what I'm excited about. This is what I'm happy about. But my bank account is on 10 cents. It's a dime in this hole. So now what? So now what? Am I still happy about
Look,
it?
you ever spent your last dime on a vision that you had? You was so low, you just start crying. When you check your bank account and it was only a fucking dime, but you still wasn't tripping. You knew God was gonna.
Hello.
Like, it really be like that because it really be like that. You be like, well, goddamn. But, you
Well,
know,
fuck it. We gonna figure it out. My last question before we do wrap up, I always ask, where do you think your biggest fan base is from? IE or LA?
honestly,
Or you could even count as your DJ
It might
clientele
be-
as well.
okay, it's a mixture of both. I ain't gonna hold you because I've been everywhere DJing, and just people. Because a lot of people don't even. I'm shy. I don't know if people can they notice that about me. That I'm probably more reserved, but so I don't necessarily put it on Front Street a lot. I mean, I do now because I understand the branding behind it. But I never really in my 10 years of DJing, I never put my artistry on Front Street. So a lot of people never knew I was an artist. So they're still trying to figure that out. They're still figuring that out now. And a lot of people be telling me just play your shit to promote yourself. And so now I am. But I would say probably music wise, it's probably a mixture of both.
Well, shout out to the IE and to LA.
Fair
Shout
enough.
out to-
Shout out
shout out
to
to
IU,
both.
shout out to LA.
Hello.
That party, man.
All right. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for tapping in with Oxnect Podcast.
Yeah,
We've been here live with Miss Brenea Jordan.
now.
Thank you so
Pleasure.
much for
Pleasure.
tapping in. And you already know we connecting y'all all day, every day with the hottest stuff worldwide. Tap into our Instagram channel, the Oxnect. Tap into our YouTube channel, Oxnect Podcast. And we're going to be back next week with the hottest shit worldwide. Period, point blank.
Hello.
So,
Thanks again, Queen.
Thank
Make
y'all.
sure y'all look out for that new music, man. Look out, look
Yeah,
out.
for sure. Yeah.
Yes, man. It's time streaming right now on
It's
all the digital
time.
platforms. You feel me? Check out my YouTube. The video up there. We just hit 10K. That's my
Hey.
first
Hello.
10K.
Congratulations.
That's my first
Congratulations.
10K. So yeah, make sure
Congratulations.
y'all tap in. And thank y'all so much for having me. Thank y'all for having this platform and for putting the work in to create a platform for us to come and talk our shit.
All love, all
Period.
love.
Thank you so much,
Yeah, we
man. Good luck
appreciate
with
it.
everything you got going on, for sure.
Thank
And we out.
you. For sure.